Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. What's up, Rocket family? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about Dollar Tree pool noodles and Valentine's Day DIYs. Now let's get started.
For our first project, you're going to take your pool noodles and cut them down into a bunch of smaller pieces. I recommend that each pool noodle piece that you cut is very similar in height. Now you're going to paint your pool noodles. I recommend going with yellow, pink, and blue. You can use whatever colors you want though. For each piece of pool noodle you have, you need to cover the hole on one of the ends of the pool noodle. To do this, I'm using some craft foam I got at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. I traced the pool noodle all over my craft foam, cut those pieces out, and then glue those pieces to each piece of pool noodle that I have. I then go ahead and paint on top of that. I got a white piece of foam board from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to keep the height the same, but I'm going to cut off some of the width. So I want the width of my piece to be 16 inches in width. After you cut that out, you're going to end up with a smaller piece, and you're going to cut that down into 16 inches as well, because you're going to use that on the top of your foam board to make it longer. Now I'm placing my pool noodles on top of the foam board, figuring out where I want them to be exactly. I did 3 rows of each color, and in each row there are 4 pool noodles. So I place them all down before I glue them because I want to make sure I have them in the perfect placement. And once I've done that, I then go ahead and use my hot glue gun to attach each pool noodle to the foam board. Now that all the pool noodles are attached, I take that smaller piece of foam board that I cut out and I glue it to one of the ends of the pool noodle. And then once I've done that, you have some extra foam board left over. Take that extra foam board and just glue it where the 2 pieces of foam board meet. That way you can just secure it really nicely into place. Next up, I'm taking a yellow piece of craft foam and I'm going to cut that down to go over where the 2 pieces of foam board meet. Then I'm going to take this candy buttons little sign that I made. I'll link it down below for you guys. I printed it out and I'm just going to cut it and glue that right on top of the yellow craft foam. And as you can see, we made some jumbo fake candy buttons. This decor is so cute. If you love the sweets theme for Valentine's Day, this is perfect. It's absolutely unique, and when you have visitors over, they are going to rave about this. It is so cute. For our next project, you're going to need some duct tape. Dollar Tree carries a bunch of different colors. We're going to be using white. Now, I had my husband take my pool noodles and wrap the duct tape around the pool noodle, creating a striped type of peppermint look. We're going to be using 4 pool noodles for this project, and so for that, you're going to need about 2 rolls of Dollar Tree duct tape. Now, once he was done wrapping the duct tape around one of the pool noodles, he's going to take the ends of that pool noodle and tape them together with the duct tape, creating an O. We're going to be creating X's and O's out of the duct tape, so you do the same thing for your other O. But for the X's, you're going to go ahead, wrap your duct tape around the pool noodle, and then you're going to slice the pool noodle in half. Once you have it cut in half, you're then going to take a knife and very gently cut through the center of your halves, and you want to take one side of the pool noodle out, and you're going to do that to both pieces. That way they interlock into each other. And after you have them where they're cut out, you can go ahead and glue them together. We're going to be using our pieces outside. Pool noodles are waterproof. Remember, they're meant to be inside of pools. So what we did is we took these metal stakes. I got them from Amazon. I love these. I've used these so much since I've gotten them for outside decor, and all we did is push them through the ends of the pool noodles to stick them into the ground. That way they don't go anywhere. This is so easy and inexpensive to make. I love the way it looks. If you're enjoying this video so far, please leave a heart emoji. It really helps my channel out when you guys comment and allows me to continue doing what I love. Last year I uploaded a DIY using Dollar Tree pool noodles to create a jumbo heart. Shortly after I did that, I saw someone on TikTok upload a video making a pool noodle heart, but instead of using wire like I did, they used a Dollar Tree paper towel holder and a broomstick to create the heart shape. So I decided I wanted to give that a go. I take my paper towel holder and place it inside of my container. Then I trace the shape of the paper towel holder onto the container, flip it over. I can still see the outline that I made, and then I use a knife to start creating small holes that I'm going to feed zip ties through. I've seen people glue the paper towel holder to the inside of the container. However, I don't think that's going to hold too well with the weight of the heart. There's a good chance that the glue is going to break off of the container. So the zip ties do a really good job of securing this into place so that it doesn't fall off. So wherever you're going to put a zip tie, you need to make 2 little holes right near each other so that the zip tie can go inside of the bucket and out of the bucket around those paper towel holders. Now it's time to attach the broomstick, and to do this I use zip ties yet again, just because I feel like it's more secure than using a glue. I had cut a piece of red pool noodle that I'm going to slide through the broomstick and paper towel holder. Before I can do this, I had to cut through part of the pool noodle so that it could wrap around the paper towel holder. I got some red duct tape from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using this to create the heart shape. So you're going to take 2 pool noodles and you are going to attach the ends of 2 of your pool noodles to the broomstick using your duct tape. This is a little hard to do on your own, so if you can get some help, get some help. Now you're going to take the other ends of the pool noodles, bring them down to create your heart shape. And this is where I really recommend you have some help on hand, because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cut into the pool noodle some piece off of it so that it can wrap around the broomstick, and then you're going to tape it around. And it's really hard to do by yourself because the pool noodles try to keep going up on you. So I recommend having an extra set of hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some roses from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut off each individual rose from each stem that I had bought. I'm going to be using 6 of these stems on the front of my heart. If you're going to do the front and the back, you're going to need 12. Now I got some red Valentine's Day garland from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap it around the inside and outside of my heart. So I only needed 2 garlands to do this. To keep it in place, I'm using zip ties, and you can hide the zip ties really nicely throughout the roses where you're not able to see them. I got this little stuffed bear from Walmart. I paid $3, and I think it was like $3.88 for it years ago. I'm going to attach it to my broomstick using a zip tie. You can always get a little bear from Dollar Tree. Then to the inside of my container, I'm just going to place 4 of those rose bushes, stems, whatever you want to call them. That's how you create this jumbo heart using Dollar Tree products with a different method than what I did last year. Now, there's another way you can do this though, that it's more well suited as a gift. Instead of using stones at the bottom and putting roses inside of there, you can use candies. So Dollar Tree carries a bunch of Valentine's Day candy you can get right now. You want to pick up some of the candy and then some of the Valentine's Day tissue. Fill the container up with the tissue and then start to place your candy inside of that container. Such a great Valentine's Day gift idea, and let me tell you, it's not that expensive to make. To buy this, it is so much more money. I was at Walmart and it was $20 to buy this like candy thing that only came with a few candies and a balloon. I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this for so much cheaper using Dollar Tree products. So this is such a steal to make it yourself, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
You guys know me, I love crafting and making things for my son's bedroom, and pretty soon a new baby's going to be joining us. And with babies comes more expenses, and so it's very important for us to cut down where we can. And that brings us to our sponsor for this video, Rocket Money. Rocket Money identifies your subscriptions to help you stop paying for things you no longer need. I have a lot of subscriptions because of what I do on YouTube. I have editing, photography, graphics subscriptions, and I didn't even notice that I was paying for the same subscription twice. Rocket Money helps you identify those services so that you can cut back on spending on subscription services that you don't even use. In fact, you can cancel those subscriptions right from your app. It also helps you negotiate bills. Simply upload a photo and Rocket Money will negotiate the bills for you. Rocket Money also helps you put together a budget. Rocket Money is a great way to save more and spend less. And you can join the 3.4 million members using Rocket Money today. If you would like to try out Rocket Money for yourself, visit rocketmoney.com/bargain or visit the link in the description box, or scan the QR code on the screen to get started for free or unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/bargain. Again, thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. Now let's continue with some DIYs.
For this project, you're going to cut your pool noodle down into pieces. I went with pieces that were about 7 inches long, but you can make yours as short or as long as you like. Now you're going to take some paint and you are going to start painting stripes around your pool noodles in varying colors. It's up to you what colors you want to use. I do recommend using a paint sponge though. A paint sponge allows your stripes that you're creating to have a nice straighter edge versus if you're using a regular paintbrush. It's just easier to control, especially if you have a shakier hand. I mainly used different tones of pink, and then I used blue, yellow, and purple, more pastel colors, and remember to paint the ends of your pool noodles as well. I got some pink glitter craft foam from Dollar Tree. As you can see, this one is $1.49 because it is a glitter craft foam. I'm going to cut pieces out of this craft foam, just long rectangular pieces, and then I'm going to fold them, creating a fan shape. I'm going to cut down the middle of my piece, and then I'm going to take one end, squish it together, and push that through one of the ends of the pool noodle. Now, if you're having a hard time doing this, it's a little too wide, you can take your scissors, cut it down, and then push it through the pool noodle that way. You can use these jumbo candies to decorate all over the house. I have a pink Christmas tree that I have for Valentine's Day, and I place these inside of the Christmas tree. I like to go with a sweets theme every single Valentine's Day. I'm not a big fan of just hearts everywhere. I love the sweets theme. Or you can just place these on top of a shelf, on a mantle. You can use command strips to place them on top of the wall. They're easy to make, inexpensive, and really cute. For our next DIY, you're going to take some duct tape yet again and wrap it around pool noodles. Now you're going to do this to as many as you want to. I only did this to 2 of my pool noodles. Now I'm going to take a third pool noodle. I'm not going to wrap anything around it, but I am going to cut it into 3 pieces that are the same length. I'm going to be creating a ladder, so I want these all to be the same length because I want them to be the steps of the ladder. Once I have them cut, I figure out the placement between the larger pool noodles, and then I glue them directly to the pool noodle, or the 2 other pool noodles. Also, every time I do these videos, if I have to repeat something, people get so upset, but it's like, what the heck am I supposed to call it? Beside a pool noodle, what do I call it? Like the thing you float on in the pool? I don't know. When making pool noodle crafts, I highly recommend using a glue gun that has a low temperature. Lots of times you can get glue guns with dual temps, low and high, and I tend to always use low just because you don't burn yourself as easily. Things dry more quickly, but with pool noodles, it makes it so you're not melting through the pool noodle. Now it's time to decorate this. I got these lollipop bath sponges from Dollar Tree. I thought they were going to look really cute with this, which they do, so I went ahead and I glued them to the ladder. Then Dollar Tree carries a bunch of different gnomes, so many ones, larger ones and smaller ones. I did go ahead and glue some of my gnomes to this ladder. It is so freaking cute, you guys. That's how I created this adorable pool noodle ladder that is perfect for Valentine's Day, and you can always switch this up for other holidays. I love the way that this turned out. For our next project, we're going to be making some pool noodle lollipops. Now, in the past, I've used hot glue to roll the pool noodle till I get a swirl shape. This time around, we are using a heat gun, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I do get comments about this often, about using heat to melt the pool noodle together. I do like this method. The thing I don't like about it is it could be dangerous. So if you decide to do it this way, be very careful. If not, you can always do the method of just using your glue gun, rolling the pool noodle inward. The only thing is you have to hold it for a longer time and then use zip ties to make sure that the pool noodle doesn't unravel as you wait for the glue to dry. I had my husband do this outside for me. I highly recommend doing this outside if you can. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and cut into the pool noodle, creating more of a rounded out shape because the end of the pool noodle is just going to make it look a little funny. So just cut it down to give it more of a round shape. Now I got some chunky yarn at Michael's. This was actually clearanced. I recommend going to a craft store versus Dollar Tree for most of your yarn, especially if you're making bigger projects like this, because if you use the Dollar Tree yarn, it's so thin, even the thicker ones that you get there, that you're just stuck wrapping it around to get a thicker piece, or you're stuck using a bunch of yarn to get the look that you want. So I just recommend going elsewhere. What I'm doing is I'm just gluing the yarn wherever I guess there's a crease inside of the pool noodle. That's the best way to describe it. I'm just kind of trying to emphasize the swirl design. Now I got some wooden dowels and I'm going to paint them white. These are going to be the lollipop sticks. Before I push the dowels inside of the pool noodle, I do take a knife and I start the hole that I need and then push my dowel through because it's a little hard to do without creating that hole first. Now the fun part, decorating your lollipops. I got this table scatter, but lots of times they're called vase filler at Dollar Tree, that I'm going to be gluing on top of all of the different lollipops that I made. So I used the baby blue, pink, and white balls, and I just used my hot glue gun to glue them. You can also use like a glue that's meant for foam. That really helps a lot, and it doesn't get all stringy like hot glue does. I also used candy hearts and real candy hearts. Now, if you do not want to use real candy hearts, you can buy fake ones off of Amazon. I don't mind using real candy hearts because I don't have like a mouse problem or a insect problem inside of my home. But if you do, you might not want to do that. People say to use Mod Podge on top of the candy hearts to seal them and keep mice and insects away. But the only thing I don't like about it is sometimes it makes the color bleed. It can, like if you're using the white candy hearts, it can blend the red into the white. I just want to say you're going to know best if you can do something like this inside of your home or not, if you have to seal the candy hearts or if you have to buy fake ones. You can also just get craft foam and cut out a bunch of hearts and do that instead. That's how you make the sweetest lollipops. I love the way they turned out. The two on the ends I actually made last year, but that time I used the craft foam balls from Dollar Tree and I just glued them right on top of anywhere where the pool noodle was showing. For this project, I'm going to be using these gold and pink ornaments that I purchased from Dollar Tree. I got the regular ornaments and I'm taking off the little gold piece sets on them that you use to hang them off of a tree. I prefer not to have them there. And then I did have one pack of the small pink ornaments that are for the mini trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pool noodle and I'm going to attach both ends together, creating a wreath form. I'm then going to start gluing my ornament to the pool noodle, just using my hot glue gun, again on a low setting. I was contemplating if I wanted to use the ornaments or the balls that hang on a Christmas tree, because people hate when they hear the same word over and over, like I said, the balls that you hang on a Christmas tree. I was contemplating if I wanted to use them because, you know, you can't buy them at Dollar Tree right now. You can find similar ones on Amazon right now. But then I decided to do it because I wanted to share with you guys, you can buy some pieces at Dollar Tree during Christmas time and use them for other seasons. It doesn't have to be just for Christmas. After I have the bigger ornaments glued down, I then glue the smaller ornaments down. And I try to use the smaller ornaments to fill up any spaces on my wreath that I felt like needed to be filled up. Now, because I didn't have enough of these packs, I decided to use other items from Dollar Tree to fill in my gaps. I ended up using these heart picks from Dollar Tree, the one that comes in a 7-pack, because they have different packs. The reason being is the hearts are different sizes. So the 7-pack one is the one that I went with. I used 3 packs and I just took some of the hearts off of some of the picks and I glued them directly to my wreath. And then some of the picks, I ended up just snapping the bottom of them off and then pushing the pick directly through my pool noodle. This is such a gorgeous wreath. It is my favorite Valentine's Day wreath I've ever done. I know I'm going to save it and use it for years to come. It is a beautiful wreath that goes with my sweets decor, and if I wanted to do just hearts, it goes with that too. For our final project, I'm going to be making donuts. So I don't want my donuts to be too big. I figure out the sizing of them and then I go ahead and cut those pieces of pool noodle down. You don't want to make the donut too small because you're going to have a really hard time attaching the ends of your pool noodle. So once I have those pieces cut, I do take my duct tape, red duct tape from Dollar Tree, and I attach both ends together. Make sure that you use a good amount of duct tape and it covers a good amount of width. That's the best way I can put it because I didn't do it at first. At first I was just wrapping it around on the same spot and the pool noodle ended up coming undone. Now I got some Mod Podge with a gloss finish from Dollar Tree and then some white paint. I'm going to pour them inside of an icing bag, and what I like to do is about 70% Mod Podge to 30% paint. Then I knead the bag to mix it together. Once I've done that, I cut the tip of the icing bag open and then I start to pour that on top of the pool noodle, and this is going to be the icing I need on top of my donut. Once I have that down, I take a paint sponge and I just start to smooth it out, creating the look that I want. What I do is I create my first layer and then I go in with that icing tip and very slowly start to create a drip look. But you want to do it slowly because you don't want the drip to end up all the way on the bottom of the donut and it just looks like a hot mess. I have some fake red pink and white sprinkles that I mixed together. I'm going to pour them directly on top of that Mod Podge paint mixture. It's because it's mainly Mod Podge, is going to stick right down to that. If you don't have the fake sprinkles and you don't want to buy them, you can always just paint the little fake sprinkles on. And I got mine from Etsy. Now I take my conversation hearts and I glue those to my donuts. Again, if you need to seal these, you can seal these. If you don't want to use real ones, you can get fake ones. There are so many different options. You don't have to do exactly what I did. That's how I made these jumbo fake donuts using pool noodles. Now I'm going to be placing these inside of my Christmas tree as well. I actually have some donut ornaments that I got at Walmart during Christmas time for $3.94, and I made these for way cheaper than the price I paid for each little ornament that I have, and these are so cute. The thing is, I wish I could make the hole a little bit smaller, but to do that you have to cut smaller pieces of pool noodle, and like I said, it's really hard to attach the ends if you do that.
That's it for these DIYs. Let me know your guys' favorite. Mine is the candy button one. Oh my gosh, so cute. Anyways, again, thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.